time, my darlings. It's time. Yes, it is. It's time. What's it time for? It's time for hand valve lapping. And as you see, I have my number 1 cylinder head off, and we're going to test these valves by quick lapping them to see what the contact looks like. Then if they need a lap job, we're going to lap them. Then we're going to take them out in the garage and we're going to leak test them. Yay! And let's get started. So like I say, the first thing we want to do, we want to make sure that the seat is clean, the valve is clean. Yep, not getting any trace. We want to put a little drop of oil on the stem. We put it on the end here so it'll carry it into the guide, let that run down. Yeah, we want that to be nicely lubricated. Yes, doesn't hurt to get a little bit on your hand. And then, because we need a tattletale, what we're going to do, we're going to take our finest lapping compound, because all we want to do is reveal what's going on in the interface. Okay, so I dab a little bit with my brush. Doop, 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 doop. Every at least 60 degrees, 30 degrees is good too. Then carefully put the lid out because I'm on the carpet here, and if that lapping paste wound up on my lovely wife Dale's carpet, I would kick all that. Oh man. Okay, so when you're doing stuff like this in the house, you got to be extra special careful. All right, now we're going to see if we can set the swizzle stick cup on here. Drop that bad boy in there. Okay, now if you listen really close, this is fine. It's not going to make as much noise as the course down here will. But when you first start out, you have a nice whooshing sound. And if you notice, I go back and forth. Whoop, that did. Sometimes it takes a few times for the cup to settle down. And you might hear now it's quieter. And why is it quieter? Because that grit has been sacrificed. Let's try the other end, see if it wants to stick a little better for us this morning. Okay. So, you pick it up, and that will move some of that back around on the surface that it's mating. And the technique is as follows. You just put it between your hands, move back, forth, back, forth. You want to oscillate it back and forth, but you don't want to keep on the same spot 100% of the time. So you want to back, forth, spin, back, forth, spin. So you're moving it around and evening out. And as you go down, watch my hands. See, I'm adding pressure. This is just like starting a fire with a stick in the Boy Scouts. I remember when I was a boy, we were out there trying to build fires with wet wood with this technique. Oh my gosh, we could have put a man on the moon with a slingshot easier to get that wet wood burning trying to do this kind of stuff. Okay. Alright, it's gone about quiet, so now what we do, we pick it up. Being careful, I better grab it here because that suction cup could let go anytime. Then we wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off. You can see it coming off on the rag. Wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off. Yep, even more. Okay, we get it wiped off on that, and then we go in here and we wipe it off the seat. See that? So that's why you need, I like white cotton. Paper towel will do. Cotton's just better. Just love cotton. Who doesn't like cotton? All right. Okay, so wipe it off. Now, is it clean? No, it's not clean yet. Absolutely is not clean yet. And here's why. Look here. Put a little oil on here. See, this oil has more than one use. One of the primary functions for oil, besides reducing friction, is cleaning. Look at that. See that? That's what I couldn't get off dry, but I can get off wet. Same with the seat. Okay, so we got it off. Cleaned off real nice. Let's look and see what the valve looks like. The valve has to cooperate too, right? So I'm shining a light, turning it around. Oh, the valve looks good. There's a few little blemishes there, pits. And that's normal with an exhaust valve. This valve has run in competition. And there's some minor little pits. Alright, there comes a little pit. There's a little pit, a single little pit that should be lapped away. Else we don't want anything bad to happen later. There we go, right there, boys and girls. Yep, see that little black spot? That's a pit. Let's see if we have some more. Whoop, there's another one. And I'm looking, that looks pretty good. I'm going to put on my cheater glasses here. And I'm going to look at that contact. And it looks to me like the contact, I'll get a pointer. Looks like the contact is good from here around to here, but it's lacking right in here. Okay, my darlings, I've set this up to try to get a shot of the exhaust valve seat. And get my little pointer stick here. If you'll look in this area, you'll see a nice gray band, and then it goes sort of black and uneven. And take my word for it, back here it picks up the even gray band again. So in an area right in here, we don't have as firm a contact. So we must lap everything, the 3/4 of everything down to engage that. And why did that do that? Well, that's a new oversized exhaust valve seat, and look how close it is to the spark plug hole right here. And during the pressure of competition and running flat out with max supercharger boost and cylinder pressures of 1500 psi and temperatures very high, it's normal to have a little distortion and creep, and that's what we're taking care of with this post-race teardown. And we're going to freshen everything back up, and everything hopefully will settle down one day, and the seats will be stable. The full course lapping, starting with the coarse, medium, fine, extra fine, should take out, and hopefully that's going to cut our seat down to where we get full body contact all the way around.